If you will bear with us, we would like to have a 5-minute perfunctory business meeting, which is required, I'm advised by our legal advisor. I would like somebody to move the minutes of the last annual meeting.
So moved.
Second? Second?
You second.
All in favor? Okay. The treasurer's report, Mr. Thorpe, Peter Thorpe, our
I'm pleased
treasurer.
to tell you that we have $21,049 and 03 cents in our account at the Bank of America.
Thank you. 21,009,
049.
And it won't be that good when this day is finished and the bills are paid. Right now, I'm going to call on our Assistant Secretary and our Legal Counsel, Walter Handelman. He's going to help us conduct the business. If you will bear with us, we would like to have a 5-minute perfunctory business meeting, which is required, I'm advised by our legal advisor. I would like somebody to move the minutes of the last annual meeting.
So moved.
Second? Second?
You second.
All in favor? Okay. The treasurer's report, Mr. Thorpe, Peter Thorpe, our
I'm pleased
treasurer.
to tell you that we have $21,049 and 03 cents in our account at the Bank of America.
Thank you. 21,009,
049.
And it won't be that good when this day is finished and the bills are paid. Right now, I'm going to call on our Assistant Secretary and our Legal Counsel, Walter Handelman. He's going to help us conduct the business.
I have a bag full of proxies by my side here to take care of the votes that are necessary. As all of you who received this invitation know already, we have to re-elect 3 people to the Conservancy board for a term of 3 years. It's Katie Height, Thatcher Drew, and Barbara Trudel. May I have a motion to elect the slate?
Mayor of Scarsdale. By the way, hold your applause until the end because it makes it run a little faster. Peter Strauss, who is the Mayor Emeritus. Amy Paulin, Assembly Member. Amy, there she is. Al Gatta, the Village Manager. Al. He's here. Dan Hockford, who is a village trustee, Scarsdale Village Trustee. And our county officials, you're going to hear from the Premier County official shortly, but we want you also to know Joe Stout. Joe? Where are you, Joe? Good. Joe is the Commissioner of Parks, Recreation, and Conservation in Westchester County and doing an outstanding job, and we'll tell you a bit more about that later too. Bob Fisher is with the County Parks Board.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Kay, very, very much. And a brief report of what transpired in the last year, and I'll start with yesterday because it was one of the best days of my life. I kayaked from behind Lawrence Hospital down to 219th Street in the Bronx, where I joined the Bronx Alliance people, headed by Linda Cox, and 70, count them, 70 canoes and 5 kayaks, and then we went from there over portage over 3 dams, all the way down to the Sound. So it was quite a day. And that's what this bridge and today is all about. It's the recreational use of the Bronx River from the Bronx border to Kensico Dam. And this is a fitting, obviously, testimonial to Lowell Tooley. Again, it's been a terrific year. We probably have heard about Jose, the beaver, that his lodge is in near the Bronx Zoo. The water is that clear, and it's been helped by the Attorney General of New York State, who won a $9 million lawsuit against Yonkers Raceway, as well as homeowners who were illegally discharging their waste into the storm drains rather than the sewage lines. Some of the things we've done in the Conservancy are we had graffiti removed from 3 bridges. We've worked on a lengthy state grant process for signage for the reservation. We're active members of the Watershed Conservancy group, which is going to kind of make the watershed a more friendly place to avoid floods, although that's not their real purpose. And we're on the board of advisors of the Atlantic Trailways Conference, which is trying to create a trailway from Maine to Florida. And it's one of the 2 paths through Westchester is through the Bronx River Parkway Reservation. We're very proud of that, of course. Now just to a few unsung heroes. Bob Del Torto's volunteer group, basically, which the Conservancy heads up for the Bronx River Reservation, started out in Scout Field with the Junior League. They must have had 100 people cleaning up Scout Field in Bronxville, followed by Robert Ramsey and the Wyndham School and the Bronx Youth Council, who handled it from Midland Avenue to Palmer Avenue. From Palmer Avenue, it was Valerie Semia's area, the Garrett Place co-op group. In Bronxville Lake, it was Molly Rothman, board member. Asbury Church, Corrine Canora. Crestwood Lake, it was John Finnegan, Taffy Lee Williams, and Donna Ragusa. Harney Road, it was Bob Foyce and Tom Andrus. Garth Woods, it was Joanne Signorelli and Robert Borg. Scarsdale train station was Diana Keel and Kim Anderson. And finally, in Battle Hill Association, it was Patty Kraft Cantu. So we had quite a turnout, and quite a job was done after the flood, which you can see. Still work needs to be done. But today we honor Lowell Tooley, and I just want to mention a couple of things. We were here last Thursday, and one of the workers here, Sam, from Village of Scarsdale, wonderful guy. When I mentioned to him that the dedication was for Lowell Tooley, he just brightened up and said, he brought me here. And he then went on to do something that nobody else had done. He cleaned up an area that we were trying to get cleaned up, and we really appreciate him. And secondly, we had a Scarsdale bicycle policeman stop and talk to our own Suzanne Nolan about what was happening down here. And again, when she mentioned it was for Lowell Tooley, then our friend, the policeman, said, gee, he brought me here too. So he was just thrilled about this dedication. On the tables behind you are cards with requests for contributions or being a volunteer. And volunteerism is really the key to the whole Bronx River Parkway Conservancy. In fact, we really need a lot of volunteers from Bronxville down to the Mount Vernon West train station. If anybody's been on a train, you can see all the plastic bags that have littered the branches along that part of the parkway. And finally, but I see the answer actually being the summer teenagers, waiters, and you'll see a pair of waiters on the